But welcome everybody to this program, Believe in Peace, during this truce and this ceasefire that we've all been praying for so hard to see the stopping of the falling of bombs and the stopping of war and this senseless, terrible violence. And so we're here together to join and check in during the ceasefire, and also to gather during Giving Tuesday, the day of global generosity and support for all the amazing projects and endeavors in the world to make this world a more beautiful and whole and peaceful and safe place. So, Sheikh Hassan and Shahabadin, please. Would you like to say something?
Yes, yep. Give us a moment.
Oh, all right. Well,
we were just checking 12 more hostages have been released a few minutes ago. So
I think the fifth group.
Yeah.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah is right.
Yeah.
We were this evening in a museum, and it had beautiful calligraphy and beautiful people running the museum, and we were really moved after we looked at this beautiful calligraphy and tasbih, prayer beads, a whole museum of prayer beads and calligraphy. And then we walked, I don't know, maybe 300 meters, and we came to an old building, and there were 5 musicians, right? 5 classical Turkish musicians and 1 semazen. And the music played, and then he started to turn. And there were 24 of us there. The youngest was Micah, who will be 10 on Christmas Day. And the oldest, How old are you?
76.
Ah, kid. And the oldest one there was myself.
Okay.
And the atmosphere really started to spread. It was really touching, really beautiful. And the semazen kept turning, and it was an old building with domes, old domes, little building. And the music was playing. And I had the thought, not even a thought, I had the insight. This is what the world could be. Not what it is, but what it could be. And I thought, what's standing in the way? You know, there were beautiful people, Turkish people. We'd never met anybody. And all of a sudden we were family. And I thought, what did it? Is it commonality? And the answer is no. You know, there were differences of culture, of country, of language, of the list goes on and on. And I remembered something that Murshid Sam always said, Sam Lewis, heart speaks to heart and soul speaks to soul. And that's what was going on there tonight, and has been going on the whole time we've been here in Turkey. And I thought, how can we translate that into the Abrahamic Reunion? How can we get heart to speak to heart and soul to speak to soul? I don't have an answer, but I thought the question was real, because that supersedes all the politics, all the egos, and God knows there are many egos involved there in the Holy Land. It covers over all the wounding. Not that we won't have to heal the wounding, we will. Hassan and I were on a call today for, I don't know, an hour and a half or something.
Hour and a half.
Yeah. speaking to a really powerful person who has done a lot of work in Israel and Palestine. He's not Israeli or Palestinian, but and he's done work there for 20 something years, and we have for Ghassan all his life, it seems. He came out holding a peace sign when he was born. And but this man basically said, you know, we've done all this work for all these decades, and now we have to, in a way, toss that out and come up with a new vision. And frankly, we've had the same thought, Sheikh Hassan and myself, and some of you on the call. What now? What now? How do we get past the wounding, the trauma? Not that it's going to happen in a day or a year. It's going to take time, but the journey needs to begin. And we being all of us on the call, we can be right at the beginning point. And because we all have, in whatever words, a connection with the infinite, with the supreme intelligence, each of us will begin to get thoughts and feelings and ideas. How can we make this real? So heart can speak to heart automatically and soul to soul. And it's not going to come from thinking. Thinking will come after the inspiration, but we need the inspiration. And frankly, don't, please, I really mean this sincerely, don't think, well, Sheikh Hassan can do it or Shahabuddin can do it. We can't. We can't. All of us can do it or none of us can do it. We don't know where that inspiration, maybe a little piece of it will come to all of us. Maybe one person here will see the whole vision. We don't know the answer, but nothing will come if we're not open to it. And it requires really directing the heart, directing the deeper soul, going beyond the mind that's always coming up with solutions. Because we don't need solutions, we need deep, deep insight and truth. And we'll do our part. We won't be the only ones, thank God. But we need to do our part. And to do our part, we have to really understand that we're on a new path now. Same goal, but a new way there. And we've got to find a way to make it real. And Akbar just told us, because we don't even know what day it is, frankly, but he told us it's Giving Tuesday. I'm not saying, oh, take out money and send us money. No, give of your heart and give of your soul. Money will come. If you want to give money, that's great. But give of your heart and your soul, and please of your focus, your concentration. Because maybe you'll be the one who'll just grab that one little bite of data, of information that will make the whole thing harmonious, connected. So, look, we're all in this together. We're all citizens of the same planet. We've been on these vigils. We've been together for a while, and we're all suffering. So it's going to take some work. And I really, I mean it. I'm asking all of you, make an inner pledge. You don't have to say anything outwardly to anybody. Make an inner pledge. And as Pir Bilal used to always say, I will. Or, you know, we did this practice in the vigil. In unison, united with the will of God, we will to have peace. So let's unite with the divine will, and let's really collectively pray for peace. Pray for peace. So thank you for, I have no idea what time it is wherever you are, but we're happy to be here. A little sleepy, but happy to be here. Sheikh Hassan, it's yours.
Oh,
I've waited
thank
all
you.
this time to say that.
Thank you, thank
It'll
you.
be deep.
It's it's a great really to be together tonight. Thank you, Akbar. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, all of you, and Shahabuddin, and all of the people here. I want to say, we came here to be at the border between absence and existence. One step we will disappear, and one step it can take us back to the shade of our consciousness. Then we can think that we can do everything. But the most important thing is to be very, very real and serious between ourselves and between or to close the gap within us for to connect the other, for to connect one with another. It's very important for us to be here in this time. I agree with Shahabuddin with every word that he's saying. And about tonight, I just told Shahabuddin when we got out of the, come to say ticket museum, but I called it ticket, you know. It's derga. It's great, you know. When I was there, I tried to smell the history. I tried to connect to the history because maybe I'll find there some elements or tools we can use for today. Because one moment I closed my eyes and I inhaled. I felt myself get out of me, and I need to come back. And then when I was in this very spiritual situation, I remembered the ceasefire. I remembered our work. I remembered the process that we need to do, because, you know, since we arrived here about a week, Shahabuddin and I, we thinking we will do this and we will make this. It's not so easy to do now. Yeah. It's not so easy to do now, because instead to create some projects to connect or to understand or to know one another, we need to be in the station of healing, because we are after big trauma now. You know, now our work is need to move toward to heal the people. We have a big trauma from both sides. I have, you know, lots of connection with the Israeli side, with the Palestinian side. I try to help. I cannot heal now because they cannot swallow the drops of understanding. It's not so easy, but I want to say that we succeeded, all of us together, through the prayer vigil, as Shahabuddin say, vigils, to influence the two sides, the Gazan side and the Israeli side government, to create ceasefire. I would like to thank you so much for your efforts and for your help to bring this solution, the ceasefire. They gave more 2 days, but I think it will be more, because all of the world is there, and it's not a hidden thing. We are there also. We will keep trying and working to make it long time. And Shahabuddin told me story. There is ceasefire for 75 years until today. You know,
in Korea, they never had a peace treaty. Yeah. They just had a ceasefire for 75 years.
Yes,
approximately.
Then, you know, we need like this ceasefire. We need like this ceasefire. Inshallah, it will be peace, and the people there will realize. But the most important thing is now, please, you are our military, the military of love. Don't rest. Don't rest. Life is so short. Life is so short. I remember myself. When I was 16 years old, I promised my father, wait, you don't know how to work. I will change the world. Mm-hmm. Today, I run, I say, maybe I can change myself. I don't know. But if you will be with Shahabuddin and me, and with all the people here, we'll be with you, then it's not collective. only. This is the essence of our work, to be together, changing, come through the waves of connection, the waves of understanding, the waves to be together, to unite our power. As Shahabuddin say, we need to unite. We will not rest. You know what is the meaning of our resting? Is creating more and more and more understanding, harmony, love, connection, peace. Peace, bring the peace. This is very important thing. And I want to say something. Once I went to my sheikh, I say to him, he look at my face. He say to me, something hidden within you. I say, no, Sheikh. I said, Hassan, come on. I was about 18 years old. I say, I began to work with some person. He gave me only, come to say, $20. He say, what do you need? I say, I need 25. He looked at me and he smiled. I say to me, you fight for $5 or you are so sad for $5. Prove yourself, you will get more. But you know how? If you will give, you need to taste taking. The taste of taking is great, but the taste of giving is more and is stronger. And he said to me, I don't know. One day if you will make a big money or not, I pray to make, But he said to me, Hassan, be happy with giving. We are at the time of giving. And really, we need to thank all of you for your previous donation, the donation that you give. But I would like to say it clearly, we need more. It's not for us. It's for all of us, for you and for us, for these people waiting for us. And I say from the beginning, Shahabuddin and I will say, don't leave us alone on the field. It's very hard to feel lonely on the field when you hold the torch of light, love, and understanding. We belong to the same niche, all of us. And I say, if you say, I don't belong to Abraham, okay, never mind, we belong to Adam. Go back a little bit to Adam. We have two, father and mother. I want to say, last thing, because we will go to sleep now. We love you so much, and we love each one on this earth. We don't know how to hate, and we feel your love, and we feel you with us, and we feel that we can do many things together. I want to tell you something. Put your hand on my side. Ask me, who is the strongest person in the world?
Who is the strongest person in the world?
I'm.
That's right.
Take your hand. Ask me the question.
Who is the strongest person in the world?
You.
Also right.
Both of us, But I want to say something. This is a great story. Once a boy came and his father came, put his hand on the shoulder of his son, and he say, don't believe that he's my son. He say, who's the strongest person in the world? The boy say, I'm father. Like, who's the strongest? He say, I'm father. Third time, the father was angry and left him. Before that, he got out of the room. He say, who's the strongest person in the world? He say, you, father. The father began to be crazy. He say, what happened to you? 2 minutes ago, you say, I'm. He say, you know why? Because your hand was on my shoulder. We need to put each one of us the hand of mine on you, your and mine, and his in here. Then we can be the strongest people in the world. Don't take your hand away. Give. Give as you can. Not all of you, but 90% is okay. As you can. We love you so much.
Thank you so much, Ghassan and Shah. Did you want to say something more?
No, I wonder if we're going to see a video.
Which video? Of Macy?
Yeah, that's what you said.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah. So our development officer, Macy Markowitz, couldn't be with us. She has another program today. And she sent a small video talking about why she values working with Abrahamic Reunion, what she's most excited about. So here's a small video. Let me make sure I have the sound shared here.
Put it up here. Welcome.
Hi everyone, Macy Markowitz here with Abrahamic Reunion. I am the development officer. I wanted to take this time to thank each and every one of you so much for your continued generosity and support of Abrahamic Reunion, especially right now during these trying times in the Holy Land. One of my most favorite programs with Abrahamic Reunion is our Women's Peace Building Circle. Here we bring together 24 women across Israeli society as they come together as peace builders to learn reconciliation, conflict in the Holy Land, conflict resolution, and holiness of each life. This is a fantastic program with incredible results and makes an impact in the lives of these women as they continue to be trailblazers for their community. Thank you so much for your continued support, and happy Giving Tuesday.
Just the right link.
So having mentioned that, I want to let you know that we have a new page on our website that is dedicated to the Women's Peace Building program that Abrahamic Reunion has been hosting for years and decades. And women were co-founders of the Abrahamic Reunion from the beginning. In the last year, Anat Levor and Sheikh Najah have done a lot of work with Sheikh Hassan to bring together a new peace building circle of women who are training to become leaders in peace. So I'll give you a small preview of the page here. I put that link in the chat, and you can see here all the women arriving to the Peace Summit, read about the different programs we've done, and see a bunch of photos, watch some of the women leaders share their thoughts on peace building, give their taste of peace building. There's links to many of the programs that have happened, and you can see some of the beautiful faces and work of the Women's Peace Building Circle, which is something that we're working right now to expand. We're applying for grant funding to get the Women's Peace Building Circle funded more extensively and for the next year. So if you'd like more information about that, you can reach out to me or anybody else, Sheikh Hassan or Shahabudin. If you have anything you want to add on this program, you're welcome to just chime in anytime you want. I know you've already said a lot, but Sheikh Hassan, you've been part of this program with the women. Yes.
Okay. I would like to add a small thing. This is one of the most important projects. I think this is the number one project, the women project, because no one can fill the gap that the women can fill. Only they can do. And I want to say it wasn't easy to bring these women in the beginning because, the fear, I cannot say hatred, but misunderstanding and so on. It stuck the women in their selves and away from the field. But we succeeded. I want to say, if you think that any project that we are doing, I'm doing alone, no. I'm in talking with Shahabuddin, Akbar, Abed, all of the board, Michael, and then we succeeded to bring these women together, and we have leaders among them: Siham, Najah, Anat, all of them. They are leaders, and they believe in our work because they saw our effect, our influence in the society, and they came to introduce us to the Israeli society. I mean for the Arabs and the Jews together. And I want to say that it's one of the most important projects. During the very hard time, they came and they met, and it's mean that they realize there's no other way.
Something that you both mentioned, and Sheikh Hassan especially, you talked about the healing that's going to be needed after this, the war and the rebuilding of trust. And that's one of the primary functions of Abrahamic Reunion, is to create these safe spaces where people can come together, learn about each other's practices, and be able to meet each other in a safe and friendly environment, to extend those bridges of understanding and connection and compassion that lead to empathy and a culture of peace that fosters a lasting peace, a ceasefire that lasts 75 years, 7,500 years. We don't know how long, but we can pray and we can work for this. And the women certainly do, and they make a huge difference in all the lives. And many of the women that come to these programs are themselves leaders in peace. Sana, one of our co-founders, that was a leader in her community, recognized leader in Tel Sheva in the Bedouin community, and was such a powerful proponent. As she recently, we lost her, unfortunately, recently. That goes on. And of course, the younger women that participate in the youth programs. These are some familiar faces, I know, for Sheikh Hassan, a couple of his daughters here. But you can see the cross-cultural connections and just the joy that can be born from healing and getting to know one another and making friends across differences. Such a powerful and impactful program. And these are the programs that you're supporting when you support Abrahamic Reunion. And I neglect my duty to tell you, if you donate today, you will get a t-shirt or a tote bag, and you can share this message of peace, salam, shalom. We have a special promotional level today. And for the rest of the year-end fundraiser, of course, these will be available, but just a different promotional value. But these also are tools of peace. When you wear this and you share that message, you show people an openness and a balance that the Abrahamic Reunion represents. The middle ground that prays for all people, that respects all the languages and traditions, and peace and safety for every single person in the Holy Land, like we represented in the vigil day after day together. So I think that these are tools. This is one of our shirts from a few years ago, actually, from 2018. Maybe some of you remember this one from our crowdfunding campaign on Indiegogo. And so please think about, if you can, if you're able to, making a contribution to peace. And I should thank also Angelica, Barbara, Carolyn, Elizabeth, Helena, Jason, Jonathan, and Susan Rabia, who've already donated today for Giving Tuesday. And so many of you have supported us through the years and each day. So we can't thank you enough for your support. That's how we are able to do what we do. So let's hear from some more people in our team. Yeah.
Hang on. Go ahead. I just, I'm sitting here and I realize the idea of Giving Tuesday is wonderful, and that's what we've been talking about. But I think we need also Forgiving Tuesday. We need to forgive. There's a lot of angst. There's a lot of fear. Peacemakers are really not being peacemakers. And the key that is missing, and I see it now day by day, everybody has reasons, plans, and so on, but we need to forgive. These actions on both sides were heinous. They're showing the lowest level of humanity. And yet we can't be separate and judging and not forgiving. So Giving Tuesday, I really mean this, we've got to turn it into Forgiving Tuesday. So I ask all of you, let's do this together. It's one of the names of God, God the Forgiver. And I'm sure God, whatever it is, has seen as bad or much worse than we've seen. So let's not forget to forgive.
Akbar, I would like to ask you, you say that we need to get to some amount, how much we need until the end of the year?
Until the end of the year, we're hoping to raise $60,000 to help our programs and the work in the ground to support the peacemakers who put their lives in the conflict, who put their lives in danger for this work, for going between communities and getting animosity thrown their way from all sides. The life of the peacemaker is not an easy one, because it means having a connection to all sides and being open to all that comes from all sides.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So yeah, we are hoping to raise $60,000. We have a $5,000 match right now, so all the donations, the first 5,000 donations, will all be doubled and matched, from today and going forward in our campaign. So yeah, so thanks to those donors who gave that very generous matching gift. Thank you so much. Why don't we turn to, I don't know if Abid is back with us. His connection went out, but Michael, can I call on you to say something about Abraham, about the work of AR right now?
Sure. First of all, it's great to see everybody. It really is. It's inspiring. The vigil has certainly been the highlight and the source of strength for me throughout the vigil. And what I'm hoping we can do, I was listening to a radio program today with a political analyst, and they were saying that what political parties worldwide want to do is they want to get everybody angry, because it's a real motivator, and you just think about where you are and think about what's happened in elections recently, and it's just people being angry because that's what their parties want. What I hope we can do is incite peace. I want people to experience peace. I want people to feel that great power of peace. Everybody gets attracted by anger and by these divisions because it's kinetic, because there's a sense of energy. But when you want energy, think of the power of peace. Think of what it builds. Think of any creative activity. It's the result of the space that's created by peace. And I think that's sort of the challenge for all of us, is to ignite people, ignite that sense of peace, encourage people to experience peace, encourage people to foment peace, to sort of create opportunities that result in peace, but consciously. And as Ghassan said when he was talking about the story about himself and his youth wanting to change the world and now hoping to change himself, and that's the source. But I think it's so exciting to imagine our igniting, encouraging, energizing that experience of peace in every situation, in every organization that we interact with. Because frankly, I think that's the only way this is going to work. It's got to happen all the time, everywhere. And people have to know it. It has to be palatable. It has to be as real as the conflict. And people have to pay as much attention. So I just invite everybody, ignite peace, just incite peace wherever you go, whether it's, when you're buying groceries and you're engaging with the person who's at the checkout counter, who's checking out your groceries, incite peace, exchange, have an interaction with them. The person who's delivering your Amazon delivery, when they come to the door, ignite peace with them. Too often people just sort of ignore them or they're, that barely acknowledge their humanity. But there's all these opportunities where we can, again, just encourage the experience of peace within ourselves and within everybody that we interact with. And we'll do it because there really isn't an alternative. There really isn't a choice. If we're going to deal with the climate, we're going to deal with the Holy Land. If we're going to deal with anything that, if we're going to deal interpersonally with the people that we love, if we want those relationships to survive, they got to be peaceful. It's not going to come out of conflict. And, you know, we incite a little peace between each other. It just makes everything so much sweeter, so much sweeter. So anyway, that's my challenge to myself. And I'll share that challenge with all of you. Let's incite peace. Let's, and it'll spread, and it'll spread. I mean, I'm aware every day I get messages from people here in the UK who are involved with interfaith activities and how hard it is right now, because as Shahabadin said, nobody wants to forgive anything ever. Right now, it's really, really difficult for communities to talk to each other. But if we're the ones that do it, if we're the ones that find the opportunity to reach out to people across those divides, it'll happen, because it really is the natural state. If anyone doubts that peace is not the natural state, just walk through a forest. You know, it's all there. It's all peace all the time, every minute, every second. That's the natural state. So if we create peace, if we incite peace, even across deep and broad divides, it'll happen. It absolutely will happen. Peace really is possible. So thanks very much for giving me a couple of minutes, and thanks for all that all of you do every minute to encourage and to incite peace. Thanks very much.
Thank you so much, Michael. Thanks so much for these encouraging words for peace. I saw that Abed is back here, and I know we only have a couple minutes left, but if Abed, would you like to say something while you're with us? I think you have to unmute.
Yeah, for shortly. First of all, I would like, again, as usual, to thank you. Thank you very much for all your prayers and your support. I believe that all of your prayers, it's became action, became something. It's seized the fire right now, and it's stopped the war. And I hope that to continue praying every day to stop, continue stopping the war. And actually, I just came out from my daughter school, and as Shahabuddin said, we will have peace with the problems, but we need to look for the generations that coming, the hope. I look for her. She's asking me daily, Dad, what's happening with the war? It's stop the war. No one stop the war. Can I go and tell them stop the war? And this is the hope. This is actually, I know that more than 6,000 children was killed. 6,000 hopes was killed in this war. 60,000 people missed, engineered, and killed in Gaza, and 3,000 and more in Israel. And our position, it's only to, we are against all wars in the world. We don't support any wars in the world. We want to stop killing the human beings. We need to create peace. And everybody who asking us, what now? Our name is Abrahamic Reunion. We need to reunion, to reconciliate, to gather the people again. And we have hope. I'm talking from, I'm a person who lost a lot of friends, before the war, during the war, and until now. A lots of people in the Holy Land. Many people that I know are arrested or killed or get violence between people. So, but I can see hope. Lots of people now. Just today, I received more than 5 calls from different sides. What now? How we came back? What need to do? Everybody's excited after stopping the war. The people want peace. The people need peace. And this is what we need to hold with us, the hope and peace and praise, and to be together. This is all what we need, to be safe, peace, and justice. for all the human beings, because everybody deserves a better life. Everybody. The people who lived in Gaza or the Strip, on any war zone, it's, I don't know if it's by chance we are here, they are there. So we need to feel, we need to understand, we need to know, we need to continue praying, we need to have hope. Thank you very much. I always pray, and I always pray for you all also. And thank you. But by the way, I would like also to ask Shahabuddin and Sheikh Hassan to send lots of love to Istanbul, the city I lived there for 6 months once. And thank you for creating peace everywhere and spread the peace messaging everywhere. Thank you very much. Thank you, all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Abed.
Amin, Abed, thank you so much for those strong words for peace and strong feelings for peace. Yeah, we pray for this to continue and the ceasefire to continue. And now that the people are reaching out, wondering how we can create peace again, we need that support to answer these calls for peace, to incite more peace, and to create these programs for peace. So thank you to all who are supporting, who have supported AR and Abrahamic Reunion's work. We cannot do it without you. We are in this together, and it's not even for us. It's for all of us. So,
if I may say one more thing, and then I think
please
go before we pass out. You know, before we came to Turkey, there was some anxiety. Turkey's a Muslim country. People are against the Israelis. They're, you know, and on, and you read the news, and there was a level of tension. There's nothing going on here. Really, there's nothing. People have been nothing but gracious and loving and caring and aware. And I just want to kind of warn everybody, don't believe everything you hear. You know, we're here, we're living it, and all of us are telling you it's been lovely. So we need to stay awake and create, well, we do, we need to stay awake right now,
Yes.
but it's iffy. But we need to stay awake and, in a sense, just feel the real thing. Don't listen to all information. There's been so many lies on both sides, frankly.
Yes.
So if you forgive us, I think we're going to sign out before we zone out.
So thanks for joining from Istanbul. You know, it's a lot of it's a late night and it's a long day for all of you over there. Yeah. So thanks everybody over there. David and Ghassan have to leave. If anybody wants to stay and share, you know, your own reasons why you support AR or why you support peace, I'll be happy to stay on a little longer for anybody else who wants to share their perspective. But Ghassan and David, you guys take some rest, and thank you for all of your work and all of your, you know, leadership for the AR and all the people in Istanbul. Good to see you all there. All right, got a full room.
No, some are sleeping. Yeah, much love. We love you. Thanks.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Peace. Bye-bye. Ooh.